Hello everyone, my name is Kasaya. I am a tarot reader and a channeler. I have some messages today, so if you have found yourself here, these messages might be for you. However, if they do not fit, do not force them. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, okay, okay. All right, let's get into it. So I have a few messages that I want to share over the next few days now that I'm back. While I've been going through this period of closing out heavy cycles, taking action upon this, it's been very inspiring to me. It's been very heavy. I've been working through some heavy stuff, but it's been very inspiring as well. I'm finding a lot of joy and inspiration through the pain of closing things out. And so I have a few inspired messages I'd like to share. I also have a few different readings. I have two separate readings on the table just out of your view. So that they're not distracting or anything. But yeah, over the next few days, I'll be sharing some different messages over the next week or so. But first, I want to get started with this inspired message. And whoever ends up resonating with this is going to be in a phase where they are really understanding the weight of responsibility that is necessary to take on in order to align with their highest self and in order to align with their highest potential. Become their highest self and align with their highest potential, really grounding that higher self into not just the physical, because I feel as though a lot of you are embodying a lot of aspects of your higher self, but this is like implementing it into your environments, into your work, into your home, etc., right? Right now you're feeling a great necessity to ground your intentions if you're going to be resonating with this message. You're feeling a great urge, not urge, because it's not rushed, a great, necessity, is that what I had said? To ground your intentions through introspection, to deeply understand why you are in the situations that you are currently in need, that you are currently in that need releasing, or what it is that you are releasing, okay? You're really going to need to ask yourself what need or desires sparked this behavior or this connection or this situation. Like, what was the root of this connection? What was the root of this behavior, of this action, of this habit, of this thought pattern, of this emotion, whatever it might be for you personally. And I feel like it's a myriad of things. Not myriad, we don't say like a bunch of things, but I feel like it's a few different things, okay? You're really needing to sit in a lot of introspection at this time. That's what's been extremely beneficial for me during this time, is really understanding the root of every single thing that I am letting go of, that I am transmuting, that I am integrating into something more beneficial and powerful for myself. Where did it start? Whatever it may be. And where did those needs or desires stem from? Was it your childhood? And if so, was it your parents? Was it your siblings? Was it your own sense of agency or creation as a child? Or did it come from your adolescence? Or did it come from adulthood, a romantic relationship, or a job, or, where did these things, what was the root that sparked it? And where the need or desire, the root need or desire that sparked it, and where did those needs and desires come from? Why are you clinging to these things now, or the people now, or the behavior, the perspective, whatever it is? Why have you been clinging to it? Okay, because whatever these things are, it's going to be things that you've known have needed to be released, but you are having a very hard time detaching yourself. You are having a very hard time releasing them. There's a lot of emotion and connection tied into whatever is being released, whatever things, people, behaviors, patterns, whatever is being released at this time. There is emotional attachment. Okay, there's a lot of emotional cleansing that is taking place at this time. So understanding why, what emotion is it that's attaching you to it? And if you haven't yet released these things, if you're in the process of releasing or accepting that things are needing to be released, why is it hard to let go of? What are you afraid is going to happen when you release these things, these people, these behaviors? What are you afraid is going to take place? Are you afraid that you're going to that you're going to lose control? Are you afraid that you are going to have a mental breakdown? Are you afraid that you are going to be misunderstood or misrepresented, etc., etc.? There are so many different things that that the fear could be, that the core fear could be. And it could stem from more recent, or it could stem all the way back to when you were 2 years old. It could even be subconscious, meaning it was something that was programmed into your nervous system before you could even speak, before you were even born. It's really understanding where certain things are coming from. All right. And to do this, you're needing to ground your introspection, not just to reflect and introspect, but to ground that reflection and introspection. And what I mean by that is really taking action upon the reflection introspection. There could be many ways of doing this. One of the ways that I've been doing this, have been and had been, is moving around while I'm introspecting and reflecting, so that it's like my body is getting the information as well, not just my mind. All right. Introspecting and reflecting while you're in nature, with your feet on the ground, or sitting in a more natural spot. Okay, those are a couple examples. That's just what I've been doing personally, but there's many ways that you can ground your introspection and reflection. I'm sure Google could be helpful for that if you're looking for different ways. AIs or whatever things are on the internet. Okay. That's the message that I have. That's the message that I got down. I didn't go too much further into it, so I'm gonna get into my own deck. I'm actually gonna cleanse it real quick because it's been sitting for about a week. This sage is almost out. This is the last piece of this last sage. I like to burn, if you're new here, I like to burn my herbs as far down as possible, as a respect to the herb itself. And then the remnants I just toss outside. I've been out and about today, so. I cleansed this morning, but when I've moved throughout the day, it's, picking things up throughout the day, it's good to do the cleansing multiple times a day. Therapy. Yeah, you're doing some form of it's this work that's being done, this introspection, this reflection, this understanding the roots of things, and where the roots, the beginning of things, and where the beginning of things are rooted in, what they're rooted in, what fears are attached, what emotions are attached. It's your own therapy. It is shadow work. I feel like this collective has been going through shadow work like on a daily basis. It's been like an all-day kind of shadow work lately. A lot of you could be feeling extremely tired at this time. I say that because I have been extremely tired throughout this work. For the past few months, I have been in this reset mode where it was like I was going through a huge purging and catharsis, and then I moved into this phase where I'm just like starting to reprogram. I'm starting to really move things around and release. Different than purging and catharsis. Purging and catharsis is very intense, I feel. It's very emotional. This is release from like mental processes. This is release from instinctual behaviors or activities, reactions, responses. It's this very consistent process now of taking one thing and being like, nope, we're moving it here. We're moving it here. Like this is changing. We're changing this. We're changing this. And it's been a very intense process, a very tiring process. And I am finally coming out of the exhaustion. That's why I'm back here as well. I'm finally coming out of the exhaustion. I was just way too tired to do anything at all. I'm finally coming out of the exhaustion. But for a minute there, it was like really intense. So you could be feeling very exhausted at this time as you're moving through this daily shadow work. It's like a all day kind of thing that's taking place because of like the shift, or if you're still in the purging and catharsis, that in itself is always extremely tiring because it's coming not only from your emotions, it's coming from your body, and it's coming from your spirit, your soul. So it's very all encompassing, right? And you're going through your own process of therapy. Some of you could be working with a therapist as well, or there could be a recommendation to do that. If you're going through this heavy kind of work, it's almost necessary to have someone to speak with about this, not like your friends or your family, which can be helpful to speak about what you're going through, but someone that can actually help you reflect your work, that can actually help you bounce off of your work, right? Okay, so that's for somebody. Spirit, what do we have here? Ooh. I didn't even ask yet. Independence. Okay, and freedom. Ooh. Ooh, that hit the chest. Independence and freedom. Are you serious? Okay, you're liberating yourself. You're in a process of really liberating. That release that's taking place is that you're liberating yourself from that which is that which has constrained, especially with the Maze card, especially that which is not aligned to your true authentic self. There could have been things that really an inner standing. Oh, that's gorgeous. There could have been a lot of things that you were attached to in your life, whatever you are releasing, that kind of obscured the true vision of yourself, or obscured the true colors of situations. Okay, with the Maze card, this is the danger of losing yourself or your way. So there was situations that kind of put a blur or a veil over your own internal guidance, and over your own internal guidance and your own vision of yourself, your true vision of yourself. There were things that were kind of clouding it. Maybe there was something about an energy leakage, an energy drainage that was taking certain parts of you that were for yourself, that were meant to be for yourself, but were being used by others. And usually this is unconscious, okay? Like, we don't want to demonize people. This is typically unconscious, that people are draining your energy out of you. And because it's unconscious, if we can bring these things up, if we'd like to work through these connections, we can bring these things up. And if it's still happening, then it's time to cut ties. If someone is relying on you for their happiness, we'll say, if someone is relying on you for their happiness or their clarity, then that's a lot of weight for one person to carry. And that is going to sap your energy and it's going to sap your energy and your life force out of you. It's going to make you a little bit lost and a little bit confused because someone else has something that is yours, right? It doesn't make them bad. It just means that there could be some sort of toxic attachment that's here, right? It's not aligned with your vibration, and therefore it is taking from you. It's just things that we need to have conversations about to clear up. And if it's something that these people or this person or this job, whatever, isn't able to understand and, take awareness of and work with you on, then it's going to continue that cycle. That means that the connection is not aligned with you. No matter how much other things you align on, no matter how much you love this person or they love you, or, if it's draining you, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And it's taking up space where you could be growing in, right? It's hindering your progress. It's hindering your growth. And this is necessary to understand. This is part of the responsibility of becoming your highest self and aligning with your highest potential, is understanding the actions that you need to take, the freedom, the things that you need to free yourself from. Okay? This is really putting your personal overall well-being, okay, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, psychological, taking these things into greatest consideration. First and foremost, putting your well-being first. All right, this is especially for my people pleasers out there, or my recovering people pleasers out there. Putting yourself first and foremost. And I used to think I did that and still wasn't doing it. It's actually a big weight to carry your own and not be giving it out to everyone else. To carry, it's like, it's a weight in itself to release the weight of others. And because it can be very impactful to the people around you and to yourself, okay? There's certain, especially when this comes to situations with people, I'm going to put perspectives and habits and jobs aside, work aside. When it comes to people especially, it's going to be painful when you have to understand that certain people that you've spent a lot of time with, or a lot of energy, you've put a lot of energy into, you've had a lot of love there, it's going to be painful understanding that these aren't your people. Even if at one point you've had lots of memories, you've put a lot of time and energy together, you've had vulnerability together, that doesn't mean that these connections are aligned with you for life. People come in and out of your life for lessons, to help you learn, whether that be karmic lessons, whether that be internal lessons, whether that be shaping lessons. It's all about learning something. Connection is all about consistent learning. All right. And there comes a point in connections, not all, there are some that are lifelong, that will always be there, because they always consistently grow with you, because you are consistently aligned in this lifetime. But that's a rare few, right? If more than one. And there's a need to accept and understand. It is necessity to accept and understand that most people are not meant to stay in our lives forever, if even more than a season. And the more that you cling on to things, the more you hinder your growth and your progress. The more you close yourself off to the endless opportunities and potential that is out there for you, the slower you are going to be in embodying your highest self and understanding and moving in and towards your highest potential. Because there are people, other people's energies, other people's obligations, burdens, traumas, wounds that are in your energetic field through ties, through soul ties, through karmic bondage, through just having these people in your energetic field, in your environment. All right. And we all know, I feel we all know that our environment is who we become. Do the people in your life, do they inspire you? Do they encourage you? Do they support you? Are they doing healthy things for themselves? Are their values aligned with your values? That's a big one. Are their values aligned with your values? Are their priorities aligned with your priorities? Are they working towards the same goals? This is necessary for growth. It is, guys. It is necessary for it's not easy. It's painful. But c'est la vie. You know, that is life. It's there's lots of joy and there's lots of pain, and these things coincide. They work in tandem. And it's like the infinity. Pain and suffering and joy and contentment or fulfillment they go hand in hand, and both can exist at the exact same time in the same space, regarding the same exact topics, concepts, and that's okay. That's understanding that is a large part of acceptance, of radical acceptance of life itself. And so, do these connections in your life align with where you want to grow, with where you want to go, where you're moving forwards with? And this does not mean, when you release these connections, this does not mean that you are better than them. This does not mean they are lesser than you. This does not mean that anybody is a bad person, necessarily. Even when people do bad things, it doesn't make them bad people. You know, I mean, there's some, you know, there's things like terrible crime, you know, the ones I'm talking about. And even then it's situational. Like murder. Like if someone needs to, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm going to say it anyways. Like if someone kills somebody else in order to free themselves from like abuse where their life was completely threatened. Or where someone's trying to break into their home. There's levels to this shit, right? But I'm straying off. But I definitely strayed off because I lost where I was. Yeah, it's really necessary to understand that just because you are not aligned with people doesn't mean that you are bad, they are bad, you are better, they are better. It doesn't mean these things. It just means there's a lack of alignment in that present moment. And maybe you'll align again in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Right? Goosebumps. But for the time being, do the connections in your life align with you? Okay, and now I'm going to open up to everything else. This is jobs. This is behaviors. This is perspectives. This is traditions, routines, etc., etc. Do these things align with where you are going? Do they align with your feeling of freedom? Do they align with your feeling of self-sustainability, with your confidence? Do they make you more confident? Do they make you feel more capable? Do they make you feel like you can really spread your wings and take up space? Do they really allow you to feel and express your true authentic self? Do they allow you to feel safe? Do they allow you to feel expansive? Do they expand your mind? People, places, perspectives, habits, everything that I just listed and more. Okay, do you have a sense of peace and a sense of confidence in attachment to these things? Or in relation or in regards to these things? And if you do not, this is where the maze is coming in. This is where the fog comes in. This is where confusion sets in. This is where you're trying to put things together and there's something that's just not making sense. And it's because there is something in your field that is not aligned with you. So clarity is not going to come through when you have things around you, people, places, things, jobs, etc., that are not aligned with your truth, with where you are going, with your highest potential, with your highest self. All right. When you feel when you're feeling lost or confused, it's because you are following guidance that's not your gut. You're not listening to yourself, right? You need to develop this understanding of your values, your priorities, your root, the needs and desires that you have now and that you no longer have that you did before that started the things that are in your life that you are releasing or in need of releasing. Understanding all of that internal substance. And then you get to release that which is not aligned with that inner substance. That does not make that inner substance feel safe, secure, peaceful, liberated, expansive, sustainable, capable, confident. All right? In this phase, you have the power or the right to act, speak, and think as you want, as you desire. Okay, there's no restraints, there's no blockages, there's no hindrances besides yourself and your own lack of boundaries with that which is not aligned with you. Okay? Wow. Okay, any other messages, Spirit, for this collective? Any other messages for this collective? Travel in the reverse, okay? So, and distractions. You could be moving around a lot, all right? And this is going to be, maybe there's a job that is too fast-paced for you. Maybe there are connections, you have multiple connections that you are interacting with that are distracting for you. Maybe you're doing a lot of tasks, you're taking a lot of actions, you're acting in certain ways, following certain behaviors that are distracting you from that which you are moving towards and from the alignment with your highest self. You're not acting in your highest potential, possibly, all right? There's a need to pause, okay? Travel in the reverse, movement in the reverse. There's a need to pause and to really take stock of what is moving you away from where you want to go. There's something hindering your travel. Okay? The Freedom card in reverse, this is hindrances. This would possibly be oppression, addictions, feeling trapped or dominated by something you cannot control. Where in your life are you feeling like you are obligated? Where in your life are you feeling like you are limited, like you are restricted, like your full expression, your full authentic expression cannot expand? Where you are made to feel small or feel like you are unable to leave because of this obligation, that 10 of Wands, other people's obligations or other people's burdens that are placed upon you, or obligations that you have projected and internalized due to your own lack of self-respect or lack of innerstanding. There could be energies of dependence. You could be dependent on certain distractions. You could be dependent on certain attachments. Even if they're draining you, even if they're taking from you, you could have a dependency to some aspect of it. And that's going to come from your own personal woundings, right? That's going to come from somewhere that you are not fulfilling yourself properly. And we have it comes in threes. So this could be 3 different connections. This could be a job, a person, and a habit / addiction, possibly. This could be an item and a perspective and a food. There's 3 specific things for most of you. That's not going to resonate with all of you, but this is for a lot of you. I feel there are 3 specific things that you know are a distraction. And we have blind, that you are 2 of Swords. One of the interpretations of the 2 of Swords, that you are like, I can't see it. I can't see it. But you can. You know where you are feeling small. You know where you are feeling frustration. That's a big thing. When something isn't aligned with you, you're going to feel a frustration. When something isn't aligned with you, you're going to feel a little cramped. You're going to feel a little maybe even a little anxious sometimes. Right? Because I was squeezing my knuckles. you're going to feel like you can't express fully when something isn't aligned with you. And it's going to make you feel oppressed. And it doesn't mean that you are being oppressed. It just means that what you are connecting to, a job, a person, a perspective, a habit, etc., isn't aligned with you. And it's going to, you're going to feel like this within yourself. That's the way I'm going to explain it. And this is something that you need to deal with. This is something for you to take action upon. And you do so by acknowledging what it is and where it's coming from, not denying or avoiding it or projecting it outwards, externalizing the issue. When you're feeling this sense of frustration, bubbling, resentment building, that's something you need to deal with on your own. That's something within you that is misaligned. It's something that within you that's misaligned because there's something in the external that isn't aligned with you, and you're trying to force yourself to be aligned with it. Not everyone is meant for us. Not everything is meant for us. Not every perspective is meant for us. Not every routine is going to be healthy for us. Like, okay. You need to be honest with yourself to develop that inner standing, okay? And you're going to have to do that. The only way that you can do that is by, like, slowing down. Because the more that you're pushing yourself to be there and do this and think that way and eat this and work out here, whatever, the more that you are doing things outside, the more rush there's going to be and the more noise there's going to be, the less likely you are to understand that these things are distractions from your own capabilities, distractions from your own liberation. What's funny is on the back of this independence card, I have freedom. Okay? Distracting yourself from your own freedom, making yourself feel frustrated and oppressed, like Two of Pentacles type of energy here. Like you're needing to juggle, like you're needing to fight something when there's nothing to fight but yourself, right? You need to take a step back, slow down, stop cleaning all the time, stop running a bunch of errands, stop working out a bunch, stop hanging out with people a bunch, even texting people a bunch, stop engaging in social medias or listening to audiobooks or finding new music, etc., etc. I'm just listening to a bunch of things. Spend time slowing down, not looking for what am I going to do next? I'm going to eat next. I'm going to read this book next. I'm going to go paint my toenails next. I'm going to go lift some weights next. Like, stop for a second. Stop trying to figure out what's next. You have a responsibility here to ground your introspection. And that's through not moving so damn fast. That's in slowing down and taking time to really understand your present moment, the thoughts that are taking place, the sensations that are building or releasing, the actions that you're needing to take. And this responsibility is very heavy. Again, these painful truths are not easy. And therefore, you're going to want to distract yourself because of that frustration, because of that bubbling. But it's not going to get better by distracting yourself. It's only going to get better by slowing down and developing that inner standing in order to free yourself from that which is causing that frustration. It's because you are clinging to something that is not aligned with you. It's disturbing your peace. Okay? This is more than one thing. For every single one of you, this is more than one thing. For some of you, I'm feeling like you think it's one thing. Like it's one person or it's one habit. It's not. It's more than that. And they could even be connected. And you're not understanding that because you're moving so fast with your distractions. Because your mind is in so many different places. Your energy is in so many different places. Your body is in so many different places. Slow down. Slow down. Okay. Nope, we're gonna get a Gaia oracle actually. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. Gaia oracle. Spirit, can you speak through this Gaia oracle? Bring through a closing energy for this collective message. Stop identifying, it's coming through, stop identifying with that which you would like to identify with, and start identifying with that which is coming from inside of you, that which is truly authentic to you. Spirit, Gaia oracle, what do we have to close out this message for this collective? There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. Okay, so, and we have purification. While you're going through this purification process, okay, that's what this releases. This is what this responsibility at this time is, becoming aligned with your highest potential and with you, becoming your highest self, is purifying that which is not aligned with you. And it says emotional cleansing. This is emotional attachments to people, to places, to jobs, to things, to traditions, to routines, to perspectives and behaviors, addictions, etc. On whatever level, in whatever amount. There is emotional attachment. Okay, so there's an emotional, purification taking place, cleansing, rejuvenation of the spirit, renewal of the spirit taking place. So there's going to be a lot of things from the past. And we have lost love under that, okay? Things that are not aligned. You're surrendering, releasing things that were aligned with past versions of you, past values, past needs and desires. There's needs and desires that you don't have anymore, that you did when these connections started, when you started this job, when you started this behavior, when you started this routine. There are things that you emotionally needed and desired at that time that you no longer need and desire. And therefore, it is necessary to release. Okay? You're going to be remembering a lot at this time. A lot. Nostalgia, melancholy, good things, bad things, you, other people. And that's not a bad thing. And you're not supposed to get rid of this resurfacing, this remembrance. You're not supposed to get rid of the remembrance. You're just supposed to surrender it. That's all. It's just feeling it and letting, surrendering to it, so that your body can really process. And your body processing is that emotional processing. There's things that you can understand, really, really know. Like your brain can have accepted it. You could have rewired your brain into specific understandings and perspectives, grown in that, expanded in that area, but your body still holds on to it, right? The nervous system. Our bodies keep that score. Our bodies hold on to that shit. And our bodies aren't as fast as our minds, all right? Pentacles are not as quick as swords, right? Earth is not as quick as air. So you're not meant to get rid of this remembrance, distract yourself from this remembrance, move around this remembrance. You're supposed to feel it really deeply. And it's really going to help you to slow down so that these things can move through you. Instead of just being like pushed and pushed and pushed, when you slow down, they can settle. You're meant to feel these things. It's painful. Yeah, it's painful. It's not easy. But it's rewarding when you fully understand the roots. It's rewarding once you process these things and integrate this pain into what is aligned with you, into a closer connection with your highest self. It's very rewarding. Okay? I'm going to read This card, number 32. Where's my book? Number 30. Ooh. There you are. Purification, water. This card signifies healing and rejuvenation, which comes as a result of emotional cleansing. In the coming days, you may experience some emotional turmoil, that remembrance, right? That your body processing and releasing, your nervous system rewiring. Deep feelings that you thought you had already dealt with or previously resolved, surrendered, released, right? Resurface seemingly out of nowhere. Do not be concerned. Again, you're not supposed to get rid of this. Do not be concerned, for a profound healing is taking place. Goosebumps. And at the end of this process, you will feel all the better for it. All the better for it. Just realized the LED light is right in my face. The lady featured on this card here emerges from the deep waters of her emotions into the light of a new day. Emotionally cleansed and rejuvenated, she now is ready to move fully into her power, free of the emotional baggage that she previously carried. Free and independent. Independent of the baggage. Free of the weight. Oh, what the heck? My deck just slid off. It was completely aligned. I don't know how it even just did that. But it slid off to reveal Trishul, power and authority. You're going to feel extremely empowered after this. Like you have a great sense of self-agency that you get to decide. That once that frustration, that bubbling, that building resentment is washed away because of your release of distractions, in whatever form that is, release of what is no longer aligned with you, you're going to feel very free, very much able to do, think, speak, act in the ways that you would like to. You're going to feel like, damn, I did that. You're going to feel like, you're going to feel more lightweight, more weightless, more open-hearted. You're going to feel rejuvenated. It's renewal of the spirit. This is your responsibility at this time. Okay? If you would like to further become your highest self and align with your highest potential, then you need to do this work of this emotional cleansing. And that comes with a lot of deep, deep feeling in your body and surrendering, releasing that which is not aligned. Okay? I feel like we need just a little empowering, little reassurance, little something something to help it not feel so dang heavy. Because this was, I feel for people, this is going to be heavy energy. So, like I said, in the past few days, it's been very heavy for me. In the past couple weeks, it's been very heavy for me. It was so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm so grateful. There we go. Happiness measures a person's real worth. How happy are you? How happy are you with the things and the people? That didn't help. And the things around you, do they make you happy? Are they themselves happy? Are they reflecting a level of fulfillment that you would like to feel, or that you are moving towards or growing into? Okay, really ask yourself these questions. Do that with authenticity. Do that with yourself in mind. Do that with a leading quality of your life. Taking the reins, taking accountability, responsibility for who you are becoming. Okay? At least 3 things. All right? I hope this found everyone that it was meant for, and I hope it found you in a very open and receptive state. If it did resonate with you, please do leave a like, comment if you feel drawn, and if you'd like to receive more messages from me, do subscribe. All right, and until next time, guys, so much love and blessings. Mwah. Bye.